Welcome to Beyond the Lines. My name is Sarah. I'm the artist behind Pinselgeschichten. It's time to color some more. I mean, Scotland is beautiful and all, but only the background on a coloring page? Not so much. Especially not if the page is named Highlanders. So, time to color some people. Which ones, you might ask? It's time to give these fellows here a underpainting, a base coat. And I'm going to talk to you about why I choose certain colors for whom and how I came about choosing the colors for the kilts and stuff and who's who and everything. And I even have in one of those videos, I don't remember which one, but I think it was the first and the second, or just the first, who knows, there was the book Outlander in there, because that was one of my references. I'm working in the Outlander coloring book, and if you haven't seen last week's video, where I work on the background for that particular coloring page, it's gonna pop up in the iCards, and you can watch all the installments for this painting in order, if you like. And I'm back. I'm back with the dudes to be colored. Let me very quickly drink a sip of tea to keep my voice working. And in this part of this coloring page video thing, in this video, I'm going to neo-color the people. And I will pretty much work the same way as I did with the background last week. But of course I'm going to take different colors, and because of that I will very quickly clean my palette, because this is what it ended with last week. So here's the blue, the gray, brown, dark green, light green. And I'm going to, yes, need some of the same colors, but I need also space for other colors. So I'm going to very quickly clean this off, just spraying it with water, and I'm going over it with a paper towel, and ta-da, the palette is clean again. To make sure that things are dry before I put down my neo colors. So going over my palette with a second paper. Also I have to clean my desk. Haha. Right. Now, while I have this cleaned, the thing. So there we are. Ready and prepared. Sorry. What I want to do today, like in this, or what I want to show you today, is base coat these people. And there's a lot of detail here. That's why I didn't put it in last week's video, because it just takes a long time to have everything base coated here. There's a lot of buckles and buttons and everything. I will very likely just go over them and have maybe maybe do I want to have gel pens? Probably, but I will go person by person, not to get distracted or anything. So let's start with Jamie. I mean, of course, easiest for him, the hair. By the way, the day that I'm filming this, and I had also filmed last week's video, the season 3 of Outlander just started. So it is the 11th of September, and since I'm not in the States but in Germany, I do get the new episode in the mornings, 4 a.m. on Mondays, after each Sunday that you guys in the States have seen them. So it's very fitting that I'm having an Outlander page to color today. So the color I'm taking for the hair is saffron. It is a very lovely orangey ginger tone. It's not as red as the flame red, so I like to take this one as a base coat, and I can layer English prick or russet, whatever it is called, these tones with the Inktense on top. I don't have to do that with the Neo colors per se. I can shade things and stuff with the Inktense later. So I'm just going to take a very little saffron, and I love this color. This is the kind of orange that I really love, and orange being my favorite color, now you know what I'm really liking there. So it's like the terracotta or saffron tone here. So I'm just giving the hair of Jamie a complete base. No big shading thing going on yet. It's just have a watercolory saffron base. There we go. All right. He also, of course, has the eyebrows in this red tone, because he's a real ginger. Okay. All right. Next up would be the skin tone. Now, hold on. Here we go. There's these three tones that I would most likely choose from: the orangish yellow, the apricot, or flesh. Since he is a ginger, he's probably more on the paler side, so I'm going with flesh in his case. Putting a little bit down only, don't need a lot. And just going to give him base coat. I'm going over the lips and the neck and everything. Just try to get around the eyes. They are, by the way, so tiny that they're difficult to color. Need a bit of the flesh here for the hand. And also here. Oh, of course, knees, because we have kilted men. Oh, gosh, almost forgot that. All right. So we got that. I'm not gonna take care of the eyes now, because, yeah, they're so tiny. It's really difficult to color them. But I just thought of something. Since I'm going person by person, I could actually zoom you in a bit. This might be a bit more on the nicer scale. Yeah. Let's see. Just a smidge. There we go. This is maybe a bit nicer for you to see. Now, like I said, I'm not taking care of the eyes now, just base coating. So I need something like a beige or something for the cotton, and I think I'm gonna take beige because it has a nice brownish tone, which looks like natural linen. So I'm going to take that and use it to color Jamie's shirt. something like this. Now questions arise. I want a grey-ish tartan because, well, McTavish. Maybe I should go with that first and then build the vest and the jacket and the leather strip thing here. No, it's all gonna be various shades of gray, probably. But let's go with the tartan first. I want to use the raw umber for him again. Again, color repetition, like I said in last week's video, makes things very, very natural to the eye. So I could actually also go with the light gray and a bit of the, do I want brown? Yeah, I think I want a bit of a warmer brown tone, so maybe the brown will be added. Let's see, where is it? There it is. Yeah, so I'm going to start by putting down my pigment on my palette. I did take the lighter gray, not the Payne's gray. So let's start with the tartan. I want the raw umber first. Just do something like this. Really playing with the pattern here and just going with those lines, and I'm pretty much weaving his tartan here. I think that works best. Then I'm going in with the brown, so the more red tone. I'm going for lines here. Same here on that part of the quilt. And now I'm going over the whole shebang thing with a thin layer of gray. Still want the brown to be visible, but I don't just want to fill in the squares because they are so tightly woven, those quilts, that the gray definitely overlaps with the browns and stuff. But by watering down the gray quite a bit, I can still leave some of those brown tones and have them be visible. And when I go in with Inktense, I will add details and shading and stuff. Don't have to think about that for now. So there we go, tartan number 1 down. Let So since I have that particular tone of tartan, I should add the accessories next. So this one will probably be dark brown. I'm gonna take the raw umber, so color that I also used in the kilt, and I'm going to color it like that. The brown will have a very nice contrast to the bluish gray of the blade that I'm going to add. So I will use the, what was it, light cobalt, right? Let's see. Yeah, the light cobalt blue, I will use that for the blades. I think I want some more of the raw umber on some accessory back here. Then of course I want the normal lighter brown that I had already used. Again, color repetition, but also not every leather looks the same. So I think this thing here, whatever it is, looks kind of warm brown-ish. And the sporran is going to look a mixture of the two browns. Okay, now I need black or a dark gray. Let's go with grayish black. Let me quickly find it. Here we go. It still leaves me enough space to darken things later on and add detail. If I would go with black right now, it would look kind of flat, so I'm not gonna do that. So those leathery bits here, where I will have black on top with the Inktense, I'm going to use the grayish black for that. It's dark enough, it looks leathery enough, but I still can darken things or have a highlight when I go with Inktense on top. I think his waistband is gonna be, or the belt here is gonna be the same thing. Some of the line work is really difficult to make out, but I think it's all belt. I just made it all belt. Now I'm using the same tone for his boots. Because again, it will have a nice contrast with the cobalt blue that I will use for the blade. So there's that. Excuse me. I'm going to take the Payne's gray, so a bit more of a bluish gray. Going to take that for the jacket. So I'm just going to paint this in. I don't care about the bottoms for now. I will either have them added with gel pens or Inktense later. Just need to base coat. Same for the other part of the jacket here. We'll need a bit more of the Payne's gray. And there's a little bit of the jacket here too. All right, that's the jacket. Now for the vest underneath, I think I want a bit more of a greenish tone. So maybe, let's see what fits. Olive brown would fit, or olive would fit. I think he needs a bit of a green, so I'm going to take the olive. Again, it's a warm tone. I think this is something that he would wear. It's a nice color combo. And olive green is very brownish in the way that it is put together. It is very close to the browns. So that would actually, I think that helps in my particular case here. That bit here. There we go. Now I just need to have the blade colored, and for the handle back here I want some of that grayish black, or what it was called. Don't want to use the same gray as I did for the jacket, so that's why I'm taking this grayish black. And the blade here, I'm going to take the cobalt light blue that is also to be found in the sky. So I'm going to use this. And I'm just going to also put in a smidge of the Payne's gray. Very little, mixing these two tones. Again, cobalt. There we go. That would be Jamie. Now, next up is Murta. And Murta has a red and black. What's it called? Tartan. Flaming red, it said. So I'm just going to take a red and the grayish black that I've also used for the leather bits here. Grayish black and a red. Let's take ruby. I like ruby red. There we go. So again, I'm not taking too much of the red here in his kilt, because I don't want him to be Fraser but Fitzgibbon's Fraser. So I'm taking only one tone of red to color the lines here in his tartan. With the Fraser tartan, I had a couple of shades of red. Not gonna do that here. And then I'm going to take the grayish black and thin it down a bit and color this here. Put more up here. And I can do the rest again with Inktense. Now I can use the same grayish black for Murta's boots. Excuse me. And a mixture of the Payne's grey and the grayish black for his hair and beard. And also for the eyebrows of Grumpy Mr. Murta. I think I'm only going to take the grayish black for the hat. Have this bit more on the less translucent side, so more of opaque, to set it aside from the beard gray. And the same for his kind of belt or whatever it is. Yeah. Need to clean my brush. And then go in with a bit of flesh and beige, because he is having a shirt, so of course he's gonna have some beige there, but I need to have some flesh color first. I wanna pretty much color him the same way in the face as I had Jamie. Not taking care of the eyes for now. And his arm. I'm being a little a little more on the stronger side with the flesh tone here, so this is not as translucent as it is here. Murta is supposed to be a more weather-worn kind of a character. He has dark hair, so he's not as pale as the Ginger Jamie is. So that is why. Now I need the beige for his shirt. Going to color this in solid, not taking care of the jewelry for now. Again, this is something that I will take care of with gel pens or maybe ink tents later. I haven't decided that yet. He's having some jewelry here, so I'm going to use the blue from the sky, so the cobalt blue, for both this part of the jewelry and also the blade here. Adding a smidge of Payne's Gray to the blade. And I'm going to use my dark brown, so the Van Dyke. Going to use that for both the sword handle here, as well as the wristband here on his jewelry. And there would be Murta. Now, let's go for Rupert. BB and frame. So, they are Mackenzies, so they will have a green and white tartan. I need to find a nice green. I think I like the chrome green best. Chrome oxide. So I will just go in with the chrome oxide and we'll leave empty space for the white that is supposed to be in the tartan of the Mackenzies. So I'm pretty much just following the lines again. Maybe I introduce another green to it. Maybe a moss green or something, we'll see. But for now I'm just going something like this. Really just following the lines of the tartan pattern here. And I think I like that idea with the moss green. Yeah. Or am I gonna take olive? No, let's take the moss green. So I'm putting down moss green. I'm going to have that on the horizontal lines here. Almost done. At least for Rupert's tartan. There we go. He is going to have a beige shirt as well. Or maybe, no, I'm going to take the rest brown that I have here on my palette. I'm just gonna thin it down and use that as his shirt color. It's maybe a bit more on the brownish, kind of a scruffy shirt color there. But they all can't have the beige shirts, I don't think. Oh, there's a tree trunk behind there. Ha, I forgot that. So let's color this in, or whatever it is. Maybe it is just grass, so let's make it a bit of a green thing. And there's more tartan here, or I think it is from Rupert, so let's have it green. I'm bringing in some more of that brown. Going on here. No clue what you are, but I think it is like a leather belt thing. So I'm going to take the grayish black to color you. And if you're not sure with some of those lines in color books, don't sweat it, just make it your own. There we go. He's gonna have more of a brownish boots. So I'm taking, what are you? Van Dyke again. And I'm gonna color his boots like that. As well as his sword handle thing there. And I think he's also gonna be brown haired, so let's give him the hair in Van Dyke as well. He's a perfect hunter. You can't really see him with all that brown. He's gonna have a brown beard, of course. And also eyebrows. And now I just need a bit of a flesh tone for the skin. Oh, he has knees. Haha, so I'm gonna color the knees too. Forgot almost. Maybe it needs a bit more here. There we go. And now it's on to Dougal. Dougal again is a Mackenzie, so he's gonna get the same treatment that Rupert had he's gonna get the same treatment on his tartan. Having the chrome oxide green on the vertical lines. I might need to have a bit more of that color down. There we go, and moss green for the horizontal lines. There we go. So Dougal is a bit more of a chief. Well, he's the war chieftain. So he's better dressed than the others. You can see here he has decorations on his jacket and everything. So he will first of all get the gray hair. I actually liked that in the show they had Graham and he was wearing short gray hair. I really liked that. He looks kind of pissed off too, but well, he's Dougal. He's always kind of pissed. Because he has to be the big warrior. Warrior. Little smidge of the black gray, the grayish black, I mean, adding in there just to have a bit more darkness here where there is the gray stone. He's gonna have a gray sporran too. So I'm using the grayish black for that. Need some more of the grayish black because I think he should have black boots too. I don't want to give him brown boots. I want to have him almost like a dark bluish black. In comparison to the grayish black that I have here, but I need to have the grayish black underneath, and I will add blue with indigo from the Inktense later. So I'm not gonna take care of that because the indigo here is more of a purple tone rather than a blue tone, and with the Inktense it is a blue tone and I like that more. So there you have it, folks. I'm going to do that. I'm going to use the same black here on his belts. Same here on this strap for the other bag here. Going to add a bit of the brown for the back because I want this to sit before the gray stones, so let's add some brown to it. One more about here. Oh, I just realized there's some more green up here over the sporran, so just doing it like that. I need the sporran to sit on some dark string here as well. And he really needs a bluish gray, so I'm going to add... He could have a warm color. I'm going to add the night blue that I also have here in the lake. Again, color repetition, that's a good thing. And I'm going to mix in the grayish black with the night blue. So it will be a bluish gray for the jacket here. See, and this is where I said earlier, mix your colors. If you don't have it in the neo colors and you need something else, well, mix it. It's really easy, and there's a lot of great shades coming with the neo colors already, so you don't have to mix every color, but some you might want to, because they are not coming with the pan pre-mixed. So get your mixing on. Need more of the grayish black because I used that up already, and I don't want the rest of my jacket be only blue, so I'm mixing in the gray here. There we go. And I'm just painting in the rest of the jacket. Again, I'm going to take care of details here like buttons and stuff way later. I don't feel that it would help me now to take care of the buttons and the brooch and everything. It would just maybe stress me out to make sure that I have no blue on the silver and stuff. So I'm just going to color or paint the blue over the silver later on. I have no idea what this is, but maybe it's a drinking pouch thing? I don't know. Dougal, what you got on your jacket here? Tell me, tell me. Okay, a little more on the left arm here. There we go. That is Dougal's jacket. Now he has more of a metal thing going on here on his sword, so I'm going to take the same bluish gray to have that metal handle be colored. Now I need some more of the light cobalt for the sword. I'm gonna paint this in, and a little bit of the Payne's gray to add some wear and tear to the sword. There we go. Now, of course, he has a skin tone too, so I'm adding a bit of a flesh color to his skin. I use the same flesh color for all the guys here, not having too much of a difference there, but it's just the amount of pigment that I put down that makes a difference between the four guys here. So color the knees. I'm almost done with the neo coloring here, and an hour, that's pretty much what it took to color that, to base coat it. So these four people did just take as long as the background pretty much. Oh, I need the beige for the shirt and maybe a bit of brown for the drinking pouch, the flask thing, whatever it is. First, the clean shirt here, and also the sleeves here and there. And I think I want a bit of a brown. So I'm taking, what are you? Yeah, it is brown. And I'm gonna mix in the rest of the saffron that I have from Jamie's hair to make it a bit of a more of a reddish brown, even more. Orangish brown. That's a word, folks. That's a word. Something like this, because that pops really nicely against his jacket. And since I have it still on my palette, I'm gonna take a bit of Van Dyke brown and just tone it down a bit. There we go. So I've got all the base layers done now. These are the neo colors I used. It's quite a couple, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17 colors for base coating all of this. Let me zoom out. For base coating all of this. Excuse me. And I'm gonna dry this now, and next week I'm gonna show you what I do with the details, with the inktense on top, to set apart the four Highlanders here from the background. They have to blend in because they're hunting, of course, and they're living pretty close to nature, but they still have to stick out from this particular page here. So I have to show you that. I have to finish up this page next week. I hope you enjoyed watching along. If you have any questions or comments, please do not hesitate. Put them in the description box below. I will get back to you as quickly as possible there. The exact numbers of the neo colors and the upcoming inktense that I'm going to use will be on the blog when I finish this video. So I'm assuming at this point that it's going to be next week. Take good care, folks. Have fun. Have a wonderful day. And I hope you enjoyed this video and maybe learned something there. Have fun, folks. Bye.